Some say the creeks are haunted. Not by a frightening mythic phantom. This isn't a ghost story. Well, at least not how you would think. These waters have sanded stone beds carving curious routes since the valleys formed. Upon this ancient stone, countless generations have gathered to connect. Their stories were born of this water. To tell this story, I need to start back in '93. At 8 years old, I was a relatively predictable child and into the sorts of things you'd expect. My bedroom carpet was often covered in action figure and Lego landmines, sketch pads, and an NES among the arsenal. But when my imagination needed more space, I'd grab my leather tassel Indian vest and make my way down the street, past the sewer, to a nearby field. When my feet hit that dirt, I became an Indian. I played cowboy for a few years, but eventually became more fascinated with the natives. They were more mysterious, spiritual, the underdogs. To my 8-year-old mind, I just found them more compelling. On family trips, we'd often find ourselves in gas stations and gift shops that would be selling Indian relics. I remember walking along the smudged glass display cases, staring at various handcrafted arrowheads and tools. The headdresses, woven baskets, jade jewelry, it all made quite the impression. Sitting here at my desk typing this out some 30 years later, I'm beginning to realize many of the reasons I'm drawn to these untouched lands. Being out here is like the real-life version of that field behind my childhood neighborhood. Only instead of playing make-believe, I'm actually camping where they camped, walking where they walked. It has a weight, a gravity, and I'm addicted to it. Some of the guys I wheel with have deemed me the history guy. It's funny to me because I don't consider myself a history buff. I am, however, 100% drawn to the accounts of the fascinating people that called these Ozark Hills home. In early 22, I got an idea in my head and I couldn't shake it. I wanted to video some Native American remnants in the Ozarks. I reached out to a history professor at the U of A and one in Missouri asking for some insights. The conversations were fascinating, but didn't result in any concrete direction. I contacted various groups and individuals looking for something, anything, but always ended empty-handed. I didn't want to simply film something in a museum. It needed to be in the wild, as it was. Many people are hesitant to share clues and information on these precious and even sacred sites. I understand and fully respect that. The last thing any of us want is some irresponsible lowlife to deface or disrespect one of these historical gems. So I all but buried the idea as best I could. Until a few months later, I got a clue. I was given a general location in the western Ozarks, near a place called the Narrows. I asked for specifics, but was simply told that in that region, there were caves. In one of those caves was said to be the 1,000-year-old ceremonial petroglyphs of the Osage tribe. It wasn't much, but for me, it was enough. Few things in this life are more enjoyable than breakfast while camping. The coffee's trash, the food is under or over, but when you sit down to eat, it's 5-star all the way. You can't mess it up. Some things are just better, a little rough around the edges. Maybe I'm getting old, or maybe cigars have fried my taste buds, but I'll take Coleman stove bacon over just about anything. With camp packed and routes loaded, we went looking for caves. Wheeling in the Ozarks. There's really just nothing like it. The way the brisk January air carries the loblolly pine, hits the dust, the dew, and the gasoline, it's a smell a man could dream about. That paired with the sound of aired-down rubber gripping and spinning rocks, snapping twigs and shifting leaves, there's something deeply therapeutic about it all. I'd trade the open road for the hidden one every day of the week. Before long, we made our way to the Narrows. Okay, so Max had told me that there were petroglyphs, Indian petroglyphs in caves in this area near Mountainburg, but he's not actually ever been. He said it was a friend of a friend or something like that that told him that there were some out here. I mean, there's caves out in this point, but it's hard to tell. You know, obviously, I knew that we weren't just going to be able to like drive up and find this. We would probably have to take some sort of hiking trail. And I know it's supposed to be near the Narrows, which are right through here. This through here could potentially be a trailhead, and back over that way, it looked like there was a way that you could access down this area. But I mean, he didn't know if it was right off the road, if it was going to be kind of far in there. So I don't know. I said we just go look. It'd be kind of epic if I wiped out right here and just slid down the hill while you're filming. Oh, there's some caves down here. A couple of big ones. Oh yeah, dude, check this out.
And then, like a portal to another time, we entered the cave. The air damp, fresh. Her walls elderly, but stout.
An Indian traveling and hunting. I could totally see this being like a perfect spot. You've got shelter, protection from the wind, rain.
The mildew and soot stains felt more like memories to me, baked in mineral and mud. A common, forgotten, yet holy place.
It's hard to tell, like, what's just natural rock scarring and, like... But, I mean, I imagine it'll be really visible, or at least I hope it would be.
On its own, it would have been worth the search. The grandeur was enough to set my imagination off, but she had one more gift to give.
Dude, Jacob, come here. No freaking way. Come check this out. Are you seeing this?
28 anthropomorphic figures, the most people represented in one place in any rock art in Arkansas.
See, I was looking up high, but it makes sense that it would be down low because you would have the ground would have probably been a lot lower at that time.
The carving is believed to depict a religious dance known to the Osage tribe. This ritual celebrated their ancestors descending from the stars to inhabit Earth.
It looks like someone else has been here too and like dug down, probably looking for, I mean, who knows, arrowheads or... Crazy to think about, like, we're sitting in a place where Indians, a group, probably a hunting group, like camped out long enough to chisel this into the rock.
so stinking cool. I'm so stoked that we found it. It's gonna be awesome sharing.
It seems most folks today, religious or otherwise, are obsessed with escapism. We've got mega churches selling tickets to paradise and billionaires riding rockets to Mars, but these bluff shelters, the Narrows, they feel like home. The Osage believed the spirits among the stars longed to come here. They called upon the great elk, and with his help dispersed the seas, exposed dry land. The Osage believed Earth was the gift. Maybe one day their story, like ghosts of the Piney, will rise from the current, take the helm, and aim us home.
There's a reason that they call Arkansas the natural state, and it's all around us. We've enjoyed taking some pictures and videos, documenting the natural beauty of this place, and I hope that you guys have enjoyed watching it and consuming this content, and I hope that it inspires you to get outdoors and go explore some yourself. If you're looking for more videos to check out, I suggest this one or this one. And remember, the more you camp, the less deer the aliens abduct.